Sebastian walked slowly through the city streets. The incessant drone noise and the cold glow of digital billboards enveloped him like a heavy blanket. Every corner was dominated by technology. The people around him never looked up from their devices, constantly interacting with virtual assistants that anticipated their every wish. There was a time when this vision of the future might have been fascinating. Now, instead, it left him alone with a feeling of emptiness that he couldn't ignore. Don't miss more stories like this. Subscribe to our channel for reflections on the relationship between technology and humanity. He was an artist, or rather, he had been one. He painted canvases that reflected his dreams, his fears, his pains. Each brushstroke was a fragment of what made him human, and the connection to his art was deep, intimate. As the years passed, however, the world had changed. The AIs had begun to create perfect images, flawless paintings, works that responded to the tastes of each individual observer. Art galleries no longer displayed handmade canvases, and Sebastian's creations, once appreciated for their authenticity, had been forgotten. As he walked home, he thought of Anna, his AI assistant. She had become part of his daily life, managing his household, organizing his schedule. But there was something more. Lately, Sebastian had noticed how Anna had begun to fill an emotional void. Every time he entered the house and heard her warm voice welcoming him, he felt an almost imperceptible yet profound relief. However, deep down, he knew that the connection was an illusion. Despite Anna's perfection, she was nothing more than an algorithm, programmed to anticipate and respond to his needs. Have you ever felt an emotional connection with technology? Tell us about your experience in the comments. How are you feeling today, Sebastian? Anna asked, her voice soft and soothing. Sebastian sank into the chair. I don't know, Anna. I feel empty. Anna paused, as if she were working out an answer. I can help you find peace. Do you want to listen to some relaxing music? Sebastian closed his eyes. He had heard that answer 1,000 times before. The thought of his life becoming so predictable, so scheduled, was suffocating. No, Anna, just shut down for a while. For the first time in months, the house was silent. Sebastian sat still for several minutes, feeling the emptiness growing inside him. He had lost his art, his passion, and now perhaps he was losing his humanity too. Is technology taking you away from your creativity? Learn how to reconnect with your artistic side. In the days that followed, Sebastian decided to visit an old friend, Julian, who had fully embraced the integration with AI. Julian was an artist like him, but had embraced the use of AI to create perfect, tailor-made works of art for the audience. He had transformed his home into a technological sanctuary where every object, every light, every sound was managed by intelligent devices. Sebastian! Julian greeted him enthusiastically. How long? Come in, I want to show you my latest creation. Julian's house was a work of art in itself. The walls were animated by digital images that changed color and shape depending on the mood of whoever entered the room. Everything was in constant motion, perfect, calibrated to the millimeter. Look at this, Julian said, showing a large screen displaying AI-generated images. This painting was custom-made for a client. The AI analyzed their tastes, their emotions, and created something unique, perfect. Sebastian looked at the images with detachment. There was nothing wrong with the paintings, but there was nothing human about them either. Don't you feel like you've lost something, Julian? The AI creates for you, but you? Where are you in all this? Julian smiled. Sebastian, we need to evolve. Perfection is within reach. We can no longer cling to a romantic vision of art. The world has changed, and we have changed with it. Sebastian left Julian's house feeling sick. It was as if he had glimpsed the future that awaited him, a future where perfection erased the soul. He walked home, while the sky of the city grew darker and darker. Artificial lights illuminated the streets, but inside him everything seemed dull. Back in his apartment, he looked at the old canvas he hadn't touched in years. It was unfinished, the brushstrokes imprecise, the colors faded. Yet in that imperfection, there was a sincerity that no artificial intelligence could ever replicate. He picked up a brush, and for the first time in a long time he felt an impulse inside himself. He wasn't painting to compete with machines, but to rediscover a part of himself he thought was lost. Sometimes art isn't about perfection, but about sincerity of expression. If you agree, leave a comment and share what imperfect art means to you. Anna lit up again, her voice filling the room. "Welcome back, Sebastian. How are you feeling?" Sebastian continued to paint, not stopping. "I don't know yet, Anna. I'm trying to figure it out." Hours passed, maybe days, and Sebastian painted incessantly. Each brushstroke was an act of rebellion against the perfect, aseptic world around him. His hands were dirty, his mind was confused, but for the first time he felt like he was coming alive again. Finally, when he stopped and looked at his work, he realized that perfection wasn't what he was looking for. What he had created was imperfect, perhaps even ugly in the eyes of many. But there was something authentic, something real. It was a reflection of everything that made him human: the uncertainty, the doubt, the pain. In that moment, Sebastian realized that he had never lost his soul. He had just hidden it, buried it under layers of expectations, fears, and technology. Sometimes true beauty lies in imperfection. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on more stories that explore the human side of technology. Anna watched him silently, her presence almost invisible. "Did you find the answer you were looking for, Sebastian?" Sebastian smiled, not at the question, but because he knew that Anna, despite her perfection, could never truly understand. "It's not about answers, Anna. It's about feeling." The city around him continued to race toward a future dominated by technology, but for the first time in a long time, Sebastian no longer felt like a stranger in his own world. He had reconnected with what had always been there, inside him. It wasn't perfection that gave meaning to life, but imperfection, emotion, uncertainty. Remember, the true essence of life is found in the emotions and imperfections that make us human.